What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy Big Metro Fan 12 coming to you with another video game review. And this time I'm reviewing Frogger's Adventure Temple of the Frog for the Game Boy Advance by Konami. And this is pretty much a Game Boy Advance exclusive. And the plot of the game is that Mr. D has stolen the sacred elements from Firefly Swamp, and the frogs from the Elder Council asked Frogger to get the secret elements back from Mr. D, and essentially saving the Firefly Swamps in the process. The game has 5 worlds in it that's divided up into sections or stages. You know what I'm saying? You pretty much talk to pretty much different characters, where you have to complete a particular mission, like collecting 50 coins in the first stage and stuff. And there's in the first like particular stage you start off in, there's a lot of question marks where it's pretty much, these question marks are pretty much tutorials on how to play the games in terms of the controls. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can press and hold A to glide over a particular pit, you know, or you eat up a firefly to get 1-ups and stuff. Now, Frogger's Adventure, the Temple of the Frog, pretty much plays very similar to the original Frogger that was released in the arcades back in 1981. So, like, you jump from one spot to the next trying to avoid like different hazards and stuff like that. That part hasn't changed, but they pretty much added more to the gameplay. Now, like I said, you pretty much have to avoid different hazards during the course of the game, like different enemies, cars, pits, and water. Now, the water as a hazard in the Frogger franchise has always been like a head scratcher for me, in that the word, because frogs do know how to swim because they're amphibians. I would understand that if you're actually in the water in this game, that you have to avoid like alligators and stuff, but if you touch the water, you automatically die. So that is something that I never gotten about the Frogger franchise, but that's a hazard, you know. Now, like I said, you can press A to glide over pits, and you could also glide over certain enemies, you know what I'm saying? And in order to avoid like the vehicles, you pretty much have to know their particular pattern, like you would the old school Frogger games, even the ones that were released for different consoles, like PlayStation 1. You know, it's all about learning the patterns of the enemies and the vehicles that you're going to see. You know what I'm saying? So this game is very familiar gameplay wise, with a lot of new elements, you know what I'm saying? So I do like it. Now the graphics and level design, the level design in general is pretty good, and it is pretty impressive considering that it is only game. I'm about to say considering that's on Game Boy Advance, but Game Boy Advance has a lot of good games, you know what I'm saying? But this one is, as far as graphics, design, the color palette and sprites, all of it is really, really excellent. You know what I'm saying? The controls are really good. You know what I'm saying? And I do like the additions to the gameplay, like gliding over pits and able to keep the bugs to get a 1-up. You know what I'm saying? And the soundtrack is pretty good too, and it has a good amount of variety, and it pretty much fit the game in my opinion. And as far as difficulty is concerned, it's just as hard as it's no not it's just as hard as it is in the original Frogger game because pretty much all of the hazards, regardless if the hazards are old or new, you know what I'm saying? And that's really the difficulty is really the only gripe that I have with the game because of the I'll say it's mostly the newer hazards that I had a particular problem with, but it's pretty much a minor gripe. It's pretty much minor, you know what I'm saying? But it is pretty much a good game. I will pretty much recommend it to anybody who's a fan of the Frogger franchise, and anybody who does Let's Plays on the YouTube channel. As far as the score is concerned, I'll definitely give it an 8 out of 10 because Konami did do a good job with Frogger's Adventures, Temple of the Frog. Now, with that being said, give it a, if you like Frogger's Adventures for the Game Boy Advance, you can mention in the comment section. If you like my review of the game, you don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. This is your boy, Big Metro Fan 12 signing off. And the score, like I said, give it an 8 out of 10.